courage, commitment, desire. This is the Blitz, baby!
I'm Travis Downey, and this is Will Parchman, and this is week 2 of the Northwest Florida Daily News' Prep Football Blitz, where each week we kind of get you guys set for the Friday night that's coming up. And Will, this week, before we look at week 2, looking back at week 1, first week of action last week, some of the things that stood out. I know with me, Niceville, big debut on the road at Lincoln, 2 top 5 teams. Very impressive win. I know you were there too. You had some thoughts on that. Also, I was impressed with the way Fort Walton Beach came out, took care of business against Navarre, won their opener. But what stood out to you looking back at week 1?
Definitely that Niceville-Lincoln game. You know, obviously the marquee matchup. We all knew that that was kind of going to be the one to watch. Number 3 versus number 4 teams in the state in 4A, and it lived up to its top billing.
Yeah.
Niceville squeaked out the win there on the road. I think you got to give them props. I mean, I know we both made the mistake of picking against Niceville last week.
Right.
I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do that again.
I will not.
No,
I will not.
No,
No,
absolutely not.
I will not.
So that I think that was kind of the big deal. Moving on to this Friday, we've got a pretty good slate of games here. Starting off with Rocky Bayou and Peniel Baptist Academy. Out of the Jacksonville, Gainesville area.
Mm-hmm.
This is their first ever competitive game.
Yep.
They got blown out in their spring opener. So I mean, obviously, maybe Rocky Bayou's best chance to win early in the year?
I think so too. I mean, this is a very similar situation where Rocky Bayou found themselves a year ago. It's their first season of football. So yeah, Rocky Bayou is clearly going to be the favorite. It's probably the only time they'll be the favorite. But yeah, I like Rocky Bayou to win this game against Peniel.
I definitely agree. It might be a tight game. Rocky doesn't play the type of brand of offense that blow teams out, but I think they will get the win. Moving on, staying in Class 1A, we got Freeport going to Milton.
Yeah.
If you're Freeport, you got to be pretty worried about this. Maybe just avoid injuries.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a key. And speaking with Jim Anderson, I mean they expect to go over there and play their best game. That's what they're hoping to get out of this. And obviously it's an uphill battle. Freeport being 1A and Milton a 4A team that's coming off of a big win, 51-6 over Gulf Breeze. And I think reading between the lines, I think Jim Anderson wants to have his team go over there, get some positive momentum. Even if they come away with a loss, build some positive momentum for the next week and have a better showing than what Gulf Breeze did last week. But yeah, I like Milton to win this game, and it'll probably get rather handily, I would think.
Yeah, I would assume that Freeport will maybe get blown out in this game, but I will say that if there's any small school that could go in there and maybe surprise some people, it would be Freeport.
I think they'll be able to score on them. It's just will they be able to stop Milton?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Moving on, we've got Baker at Sneeds staying in 1A. Sneeds maybe a program not they lost last week to Bluntstown. A Bluntstown team that's not having a good year.
Right,
so I mean, maybe Baker's got a chance to go on the road and get one.
Yeah, these are 2 teams both looking for their first win of the season, and I think I like Baker in this one. I'm going to go with them. I think to go on the road and get pounded around like they did at Crestview, I think it's going to toughen them up, get them ready for the rest of the season. I like Baker to go on the road and get this win.
Yeah, I think especially after that 35-0 loss to Crestview. I mean, Bob Kellogg, coach there, has got to be kind of lighting the fire this week.
Sure.
I'm sure they'll be getting after it. And I'd expect Baker to go on the road and maybe take a win from that one. So moving on, we got South Walton at Northview. South Walton, the Road Warriors, spent the entire month on the road. How do you kind of see this one?
Yeah, I think this will be another, just like last week, they went on the road, got a big win. I think they'll be able to do it again this Friday. It's a tough way to start the year for South Walton. 4 straight on the road, 5 of your first 6 away from home. If they can weather this month-long stretch, get 2-3 wins out of it, they're going to be setting themselves up pretty well for the second half of the season. I think this is a game that they can go on the road and win.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I think maybe towards the end of the road trip, you might see them wane a little bit, but there's still a fresh team, still got plenty of return talent. I like South Walton as well. Yeah. Walton going on the road to Ashford Academy in Alabama. Always tough to go on these out-of-state contests.
Yeah, it is. There's unknown factors as far as the matchups, how they are in one team's favor or not, and then there's the traveling. I still like Walton to go on the road, get a win here. It's a team that's desperate for some wins early season, build some momentum after last year. So I like Walton to get this one.
Yeah, especially after that heartbreaking loss last week. Under the lightning, it was delayed hours and hours, and only to come back and lose by a point or 2 there at the end.
Right.
So I do like Walton to sneak away with the win here. Then you got Crestview at home hosting West Gadsden.
Yeah.
Always that athletic team, maybe a little bit smaller than Crestview.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think Crestview wins this one. It's at home. They really showed some stuff. I know it was Baker, a smaller school size-wise, but Crestview's going to want to pound the ball and and stop the run defensively. Their physical play. I think Crestview will move to 2-0 this year with a win over West Gadsden at home.
Yeah, I don't see how Crestview doesn't get the win here. I mean, they're so big, you know, in the trenches, and they can just push teams around, especially these kind of smaller, smaller schools. So I definitely see them getting the win there. And then you've got another interesting on-the-road Alabama. You got Fort Walton Beach at Sparkman.
Right.
How do you kind of see?
Yeah, Sparkman's kind of up from my neck of the woods back home. Sparkman's a team, they've lost 2 games. They've been outscored heavily in both games. Lost to Huntsville 28-7, lost to Decatur on the road 28-12. That's a lot of points they're giving up. And Fort Walton Beach with Luke Barnes, and the more I see Barnes and those receivers, especially Robert Willis, Carl Leopold, some of those guys in that mix, I don't think Sparkman can keep up with Fort Walton Beach. I think it's, you know, Barnes is going to enter this game 5 touchdowns shy of Danny Wolford's school record. I think he'll exit this game, you know, right on the cusp of tying, if not breaking that record. Fort Walton Beach, I think, goes on the road, wins this game. I'm
going to go way out there on the ledge here, and I'm going to say that in this game, Barnes is going to break Werfel's record. I think he gets 6. I think this is I think this is kind of one of these games where you know,
could be.
Where you know, maybe they aren't that familiar with Fort Walton Beach, and he goes on the road and just lights them up. I realize I'm out there on the ledge a little bit, but I'm comfortable.
That's all right. That's a good pick. Yeah. So obviously you're taking Fort Walton Beach then.
Yeah. Okay. In a squeak. And then you got Choctaw at Niceville, the big area battle. The one I think most area people will be interested in this week. How do you kind of?
And it's a shame that Choctaw's so beaten up entering this game. I know some of those guys are going to be back this week, but they're still without their starting quarterback and some other players. Even if they were healthy, I don't think it really would matter. I think Niceville is just the class of this area until proven otherwise. The way they handled business at Lincoln, number 4 team in the state, 4A rankings, you know, twice erasing some big deficits on the road. I like Niceville. Like we said earlier, I don't think it'd be wise to pick against them the rest of this year, so I'm definitely going to go with Niceville to win at home.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to kind of see a program like Choctaw on the ascendancy take the hits that they have earlier this year, but like you said, I don't think it would have mattered anyways. This Niceville team's just so deep at every position, so talented, and then of course, you know, Roy Finch and Cody Williams, 2 of the best. We saw them, you know, live and just unstoppable. So
tough task for Choctaw.
Yeah, I think we're going to both take Niceville in a blowout. So thanks for joining us on the Blitz. For Travis Downey, I'm Will Parchman, and we'll see you again next time.